Hey y'all. Hey y'all. How you been doing since you been filled with the Holy Ghost? Hey y'all. Have you been blessed since Jesus came into your life? Since Jesus came into your life. Oh, since Jesus came into your life. Oh, the joy fills my soul like the sea below when Jesus came into your life. So, what's going on, everybody? Hey, boo. Whoever that is, say hello so I can know who I'm talking to. How's it going today? It's so beautiful. I am sitting out on my porch enjoying some quiet. Oh my God. I love when the kids are in school because I get all of this by myself. So I'm enjoying some peace and quiet out here. Say hello so I can know who I'm talking to. Um, but it's been a blessing being able to sit out. Sorry, y'all. Hey, love you too, love you too, love you too. I look relaxed. I am sitting on my mama's swing. Hi, Jan. How are you? I am sitting on my mama's swing. This was my mother's swing. When she passed away, I inherited it. So I'm sitting out on the porch swing, enjoying the peace and quiet. But guess what, y'all? This is what I wanted to talk about. Oh, it's good to see you doing good. You looking beautiful from the picture I see. And I love to life. So y'all, guess what? This is what I wanted to talk about. So, is birds and bees still a thing? Or did it like go away when we got too grown? I mean, really. Is birds and bees? You welcome, boo. Is birds and bees still a thing? Like, is that something that people even do with their children anymore? Or do we kind of just let them learn by default? Like, is this something that we like discuss with our kids? Like, how did you introduce sex to your children? Like, if you have boys, did you tell them, don't have sex and put your eye out? Or with girls, did you say that boys will give you diseases, that kind of thing? Like, what did you try to scare them out of having sex? Or you talk to your girls and now you tell my girl kid, okay, okay. So how did you tell them though? How did you tell them? Like, did you like, hey, come on, y'all, let's sit down, let's talk, or whatever. Like for me, when my girls were younger, um, because my boys were raised by their dad, because my girls are my biological children, but my sons were all adopted through marriage. So their dad, once we were divorced, they raised them. Your girls approached you, okay? So my girls, we would talk all the time. Like I would ask them, you know, are you interested in boys? Do you have a boyfriend? You know, do you what do you think about sex? What do you know about sex? Do you feel like you're ready to have sex? Sometimes they would be honest and sometimes they, wouldn't. Um Sometimes they would ask questions and sometimes they were like, Mom, you embarrassing me kind of thing. My oldest daughter was probably the most vocal, but she was sneaky. My middle daughter, she was the one that was like, Mom, I want to talk about that kind of thing. But I wasn't as concerned because when she was 13, I got her while I was working at the hospital. The community health department that I worked in had a program called Teen Hype, and it was HYPE, Teen Hype, and you could look it up because they have like different things they do, and they promote abstinence, preventing domestic violence and things like that with the teenagers. And they go out, they perform. Some of them sing, rap, dance, do spoken word. But she got involved with that group when she was like 13, and she was involved with them up until like after she went to college. You know, they were still sending her care packages and things like that. So they made sure that she knew all about like preventative measures in having sex and domestic violence and what she should do, what she shouldn't take, blah blah blah. But sometimes it doesn't like and then when my oldest daughter went to college, oh my God, I printed off everything I could about statistics and the HIV rate amongst the 18 to 24 ages and how prevalent it was on the college campuses and how you should be careful and this that and that. I mean, I tried to introduce everything to them. Unfortunately, sometimes they are going to do what they are going to do because especially when they are at home or when they are old enough to sneak and do what they want to do. I don't care how much you try to instill in them. Some of them are just going to do what they want to do. But I feel like as a parent, it's it's my job to make sure that I at least do my part, like being informative, being honest with them, because when I came up in a church where it was the sanctified holy church, where hey, you don't talk about it. It's a no. You don't have sex until after you married, period, point blank. Not take you to get in on birth control because that just promotes you to do what you're gonna do. That's giving you permission to go out and have sex outside of marriage and all this. And it was, to me, it was ultimate foolery because those were the main ones that were too holier than now to teach their children. Them were the main ones that end up having grandkids early, you know. So, I tried to do what I could do, but um, more than just sex, which is why I was glad with that Teen Hype did the sex and the domestic violence thing together. More than just sex, we have to worry about the young girls in domestic violence situations because when I was a high schooler, um, the young man that I was with, that I was in love with, he violated me domestically. He hit me like and knocked my jaw out of place. Here I am, 5'4". He's 6'5", 6'6", and because he thought that he had to keep me in line because heard somebody was liking me or something like that, or I was talking to somebody or something, that he had to put me in line, and he slapped the snot out of me. And I took it because I thought that that's what I needed to do. But he hit me again. I tried to kill him. I mean, I swear to goodness, I tried to kill him. I had a blade in my pocket and I took off after I was about to slice him up because I made it up in my mind. That hurt. And I wasn't going to get hit again. So, needless to say, I've never been hit again since that point, and I'm 52 years old now. So, but I always told my daughters, that you never have to be concerned about, or you should never allow a man to get in your head. You can get him, he can be in your heart, but don't allow someone to control your head. So I think all of that comes together because even sometimes they get controlled into doing sexual acts and doing it with multiple people at one time, and you know boys, girls, all together, and all this, that, and the other. And now my thing with that is, if that's not their thing, then it's wrong. Like if you are not being intimate with a girl because that's your interest and you're being forced to do it, that's wrong. And you shouldn't have to do that. And you should never do that. And you should never be compelled to do something that you're not comfortable doing. And that leads me to a conversation that I had recently. There's a young lady that lived, she used to live right next door to me, and now she and her friends live in a house on the next street over. And they come over often. Most of the time they come to eat or sit around and watch TV or whatever, for whatever reason. I don't think they have any lights or whatever right now, but I don't, I don't turn them away. So they came over, and the young lady that was with her, they were sitting up on their phones as usual, and she was showing the other young lady a picture. She said, "Here, this is the girl that I used to talk to." And when I asked her, I said, "Oh, are you gay?" She said, "No." She said, I said, "But you just said you used to talk to her." She said, "Yeah, I like girls." I said, "So, are you gay?" And she goes, "No." I said, "Well, how do you identify?" She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "With the LGBTQ plus community, how do you identify yourself?" She was like, "I don't know what that is." I said, "So you don't know what the hell you're doing? You don't know what you're doing? You just no, I'm just experimenting." I said, "Do you know how dangerous that is? You're just experimenting." "What do you mean?" Like, you don't even know what you're experimenting with. You don't know who you are, what you're doing, and who you're doing it with. You're just experiment. What do you mean by that? She says, "Well, I'm just trying it out to see, if I like it or not." Or I said, "Do you understand how dangerous that is for you and for all the people, other people that you're involved with?" I said, "Because one, you could say or do the wrong thing with the wrong person and end up hurt. You can hurt someone by making them think or leading them to believe that you are really interested in them and you're not. You can be unprotected and you out there ripping and running and laying with any and everybody and get something. Because if you don't even know what LGBTQ is, you have no business dabbling in it." And so she was like, "Well, what does it mean? What is it?" I said, "I'm not going to tell you. You need to look it up and read for yourself. You need to find out." And I'm like, "You just going to open up a package and assemble it and not even read the instructions? You just going to, no, you don't do that." And so I say that to say, if her mom knows, because obviously she's not at home for a reason. She's only 18 years old, right? Now, a long time ago, 18 was grown. Back when I was 21 when I had my first child and living on my own. And I've been taking care of myself since then. I've been working since I was 15, working in a nursing home. So I'm thinking, okay, the 18-year-old now and the 18-year-old then, they're not as wise or something. Something's not connected. So, and it's like she was just really green and really dingy. And it really made me sad. And I'm like wondering, is anyone talking to these kids anymore? What's going on that, it's okay? Now, I really have a problem. I don't have a problem with LGBT. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is so many children feeling so comfortable doing whatever and not knowing what they're involving themselves in. Feeling so comfortable with these orgies, sex parties, multiple partners, being, I mean, this serial promiscuity. I have a huge problem with that. And especially if they are not even being protected. Because pregnancy is not the only thing you got to worry about. You have to worry about all types of illnesses, diseases, repercussions, things that you just can't get rid of with a shot or a 10-day prescription anymore. These are things that you have to live with. And you have to go on a website and become public information. And everybody's going to know your business because now you have a communicable disease. So they have to make everyone aware about it. What is, it's just got me bewildered. And so my thing is now, do we reach out to and be that village and start to talk to other people's kids and let them know what they're getting into? Is it our job to be that village? Because see, those are other things that have changed since we were little. When we were little, the neighbor beat your butt and send you home, and you get a butt whooping again because you had no business being somebody else's house being disrespectful. Now, if you even raise your voice at somebody else's kid or correct somebody's kid with a soft arm, they want to fight. They want to have it out. So what is a catch 22? It's a catch 22. So I'm really like uh just wondering. I think that was the young lady's dad just rolled by. The young lady that was killed, stabbed in the classroom. Her dad stayed right here next door. He just rolled past, and he is devastated at his daughter being murdered, being stabbed over a boy in a place where she should have been safe, getting her education. Straight A student, athlete, all of this, and now they have to bury her. And just tomorrow, today and tomorrow actually, they're funeralizing her, uh, and that's probably where he's coming from because the funeral home is right around the corner from me. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Um, Make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah, yeah. It's all very troubling. Just it's all very troubling. Um, I want you guys like tell me what you think. How would you handle a situation like that? Because that really disturbed me. That this young lady is sitting up experimenting with something and she don't even know what she's doing. She has no idea what she's in for, and she's a beautiful young lady. But if she's giving herself that freely just to test the waters, just imagine what she's doing to maintain a relationship. It's scary. What would she do to eat? You know? What would she do to survive? What would she do to love? You know what I'm saying? What do we do? So do they even talk about birds and bees anymore? Is that still a thing or is that a thing of the past? I'm not sure. So you guys talk to me. Tell me what you guys would do. What would you do in a situation like this? What would you do? The butterflies